Mr. Felix Black and Random Spoon with the Hear Me Out podcast. Hear me out, Mr. Felix Black and Random Spoon with the Hear Me Out podcast.
Hey, hear me out. Mr. Felix Black here with the Hear Me Out podcast with my co-host for this week, as usual, Mr. Random Spoon. What's going on?
What's up? What's down, people?
What's up, man?
Nothing much. You know, I hear Rick Rossing, man, trying to stack my paper to the ceiling. You know how we do it.
Speaking of Rick Ross, weren't we talking about Rick Ross and weightlifting earlier on Twitter?
Yeah, he's talking about it. Yeah. And I stand by it that it only takes 3 months to get swole. That's all it takes.
What do you consider swole, first of all?
Just pretty much get some muscle, get some leanness to your muscles. About 3 months of hard work, you know, running and eating right. That's all it takes.
But being swole and being cut are two different things.
Okay, well, being cut, getting some, you know, definition in your muscles, they take about 3 months.
But see, we weren't talking about people being cut. We're talking about people being small, like 5'7", 135. You know what I mean? Like little guys.
Well, I just saw that and just intervened. I mean, of course, I wanted to change the topic to swollenness. That's why
I know. Twitter stalking. What's on what we have on tap? But I gotta give my my weekly shout outs to everyone listening on the iPhone app, everyone listening on the Android app. We recently went over 100 plays. We're at about 112 plays on Spreaker right now, and that's pretty darn good considering like our advertising is minimal, because I know you don't advertise jack.
I get it.
So only one of us actually advertises the podcast, so me and all my infinite greatness was able to get it pushed up to over 112 plays. And our last podcast on YouTube actually has about 170 listens, so maybe it's because we talked about Kendrick Lamar and everyone's searching for him. I don't know, but usually we're averaging around 40 to 50, maybe even like 20. But that one was just like 100 and some change, so not that it matters, because
everybody's starting to catch on, man. They trying to head us out, man. That's all it is.
We've been doing this for almost a year now. Well, not together, but
yeah, I know the show only just got good. I don't know what you added to the show that now made it good, but I'm assuming the show's good now.
The Spreaker app, because that was the only change. Because you've been on the show before, right?
Yeah, but you know that was guest starring. You know?
Oh boy, here you go.
Got a boost in ratings, and then when it was like, "Damn, Spoon gonna be there permanently," I got to hear him now.
Here we go. And just so you guys know, that Spoon actually hits me up more than I hit him up to actually do the podcast, which is I find amazing.
That's because I'm bored during the day. You know, sometimes you gotta get to, you know, I'm a night shift worker.
I find that amazing.
During the day, I ain't got nothing to do but talk about problems and topics.
There it is. So shout out to everyone who's listening, all the new listeners. Welcome. All of our consistent listeners, thank you. It's another show. We're sure to entertain you guys. So first, we're going to do the Xbox or MLG first?
Xbox.
Leaked information. Release date. Check my notes. November 8th, according to Yahoo and Cockatoo. Yeah, that website.
Do they still have Ask Jeeves? Is that still a thing?
Was it ever? Because I never asked Jeeves anything.
I mean, I used to ask Jeeves about everything before Google and all this. I just want to know. I might type in later, ask Jeeves, and see if he's around still. That was my guy. But continue, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so 1 week before the PS4 supposedly drops leaked information November 8th for the Xbox One. Whether that's confirmed or not, we're not saying. We're saying it's leaked information. Listen to the entire phrase, people. Don't get set on the November 8th and come and say, well, yada, yada, yada. It's leaked information. Nothing's confirmed yet. Yeah. So what do you think about them trying to hijack PS4?
I mean, they got to do something, man. Like I said, I'm kind of written in stone that I might end up with Xbox right now, kind of by protest, but that's what everybody's kind of going to. And I'm just accepting it, man. You know, like a lot of games ain't just for each system and stuff like that anymore. So I don't have a problem. Plus, Titanfall has really caught my interest. It looks pretty cool, jumping from buildings and fighting in robots and stuff. So it might be everything they say it is.
You know what's going to happen to Titanfall? And I'm not surprised. First of all, I'm not surprised at them coming out a week before PS4. I mean, did we expect anything different if not to drop the same week? All you have to do is wait for your competitor to drop his date for when he's going to release, and you drop it a week 4 to try to steal away some sales. I'm sure which they will when people start buying them. And they say, ooh, great. It's awesome. Check it out. You should get one. Peer pressure is a mofo. But let me just talk about Titanfall really quick. Again, great title. I don't know if I said that before. Great title. Something about the word Titan. I love that. So, you guys are putting Titanfall in the Call of Duty category.
Yep.
Mr. Felix Black, how are they doing that? I'm going to tell you how they're doing that. By hyping the game up so much. Like, people do that for Battlefield 4, but we just, whatever, to the Battlefield 4 people. We understand that they're fanboys and they have to compete with COD to stay relevant. But Titanfall is getting set up for a monumental collapse or
what if it's
disappointment.
Good? What if it's good, Felix? What if it's good?
If it's good, it's going to be amazing. But I can tell you Titanfall 2 won't be as good. You know why? Because we're going to be expecting Titanfall. Just like we do with COD, we expect the COD before, right? Yep. Modern Warfare 3, we expected Modern Warfare 2. Black Ops 2, we expected Black Ops. And it never happens that way. So what's going to happen is Titanfall is, I don't even think it's going to last as long as COD has. You know what I'm saying? Because Call of Duty did not walk into a standard bearing every year. That's something that kind of evolved. It's already established now. So Titanfall, I mean, the first one is going to sell. It's Respawn Entertainment. They made Call of Duty 4. Game should be awesome, right?
Yep.
From there, it's all downhill. from release date, it's all downhill. Just like every COD title. Right now, Ghost is the talk of the town. Release date, from there, it's all downhill. Guaranteed. I'm calling it right now.
I mean, it's easy to say something's going to fail, though, Felix.
I'm not saying it's going to fail. No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying people are setting it up to fail. Saying how amazing the game is. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so fast-paced. You do this, you do that. You're getting everyone, in a frenzy. So then when I grab it, when I play the game, it's different because, one, it's across the internet. Anyone ever heard of lag?
I did.
You know what I'm saying?
Got a lag tag
so
too.
That, and then the community starts to exploit stuff, and then the game changes. So just like Black Ops 2, T. Martin and all these guys, Ernest Lee, who went to preview it, Thunder, oh, it's the greatest COD. Hit detection is great. Spawns are amazing. And what happened? People are saying now, what? It's the worst COD ever? You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. They're setting it up to disappoint. I don't think the games ever disappoint. I think our expectations aren't met, and therefore we say the game is weak.
You know, the thing about Titanfall is I think it's going to be good, but I don't think it's going to appeal to the masses.
What's that based on, though?
But the thing is, like, I knew once I saw them people running on buildings, like, I already knew it wasn't going to be a thing for people. Like a simple image like that, because people, like simplistic stuff.
Yeah.
I saw people jumping on buildings and jumping from building to building.
Yeah.
I knew it was not going to be as popular as Call of Duty.
It's a lot going on.
There's a lot of stuff, and it seems like it's going to take a lot of technique. For example, Crisis. I've been a huge Crisis supporter for a while now.
Crisis is
awesome. You don't think? I think
Crisis is
awesome.
Weak. Let's get that out of the way. Weak.
Very fun game. Very visually appealing. I thought it was really good. And I thought it had potential to be a COD killer. Never caught on because you did have to have some type of skill. And I personally like Crisis. I think I would play Crisis all the time. It was the it game. But, it's not. So it's like it's my own little personal joy. And I think this is going to fall into the category of Crisis to me. I think Titanfall, I mean, I like I'm pretty good at multitasking. So multitasking ain't a negative. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to, like, everybody else, multitasking becomes a negative. People ain't got time to be doing this, that, this. They just want to shoot people and get kills and have fun.
True.
They added this jumping from building, running on walls, all that, jumping into robots, controlling robots. I personally think that's awesome. I love doing stuff like that. I want more interaction in my first-person shooters, but the majority won't. So I'm looking forward to Titanfall because I know I won't really be disappointed if it's like a multitasking, controlling robot, jump from robot, calling in robot, fast-paced shooter game.
Yeah.
That's cool. But I don't expect it ever to be COD because COD has a simplistic view that everybody likes. You don't have to be the greatest player ever. You can just sit back, relax, play COD, run forward, quick scope, do all this stuff, and you got to worry about all this complicated stuff. So I definitely know it won't be a COD killer because of that.
What about teamwork in Titanfall? Do you have to play as a team, or can you go rogue?
Well, I'm pretty sure if you can call in your own robot, it seems like solo play might be pretty good. Because I saw a gameplay where a guy got a kill streak, called in a robot, jumped in, and started wrecking house. So it seemed like solo play seems like pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, I always reserve judgment. Anything that is new and refreshing is always going to be great. And I think we're at that point now where all of the games that are out are terrible or they're old. So anything that's new and refreshing, whether it be Ghost, whether it be Titanfall, whether it be Battlefield 4, it's going to be cool because, again, you're getting a little preview of it. So it's going to be amazing. So all the people's reviews about it, I kind of ignore it because I've seen this before. It happens every single year, but yet we all fall for it. And come December, we'll all be pissed off.
I hope Titanfall makes it into MLG. That'd be pretty cool. Have a little MLG big time game, first person shooter other than Call of Duty. Because Halo, do you even hear anything about Halo MLG? Is that even a thing still?
I don't know.
Exactly, because Halo used to be a big MLG thing, and it's kind of gone. I've watched the Gears MLG before, and that's very entertaining. But Call of Duty is the king of MLG right now. And you know what I found out about?
They have yearly updates.
Really?
I mean, the COD does.
Okay.
So there's a new game every year. I know Halo kind of went from Halo 3 to Reach. And what was the other game? It was like Spartan or something like that.
Spartan.
Yeah, Spartan Wars or something like that. So they could have stayed with Halo 3, but I mean, it would have been like a 5-year-old game by the time Halo 4 came out. So maybe that's why. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's still there. It's just not that big. I mean, but COD is bankable.
Makes a lot of money.
Yeah. So that's what it's all about.
Felix, I found out this bothered me. You know what bothered me, Felix? Why do you have coaches in MLG? I just found that out. That you get 4 people on the roster and then you get a coach.
How'd you find that out?
One of my MLG friends told me about it. He said, but they won't allow you to have a substitute. So you can have 4-man roster plus the coach. And I was like, what do you need the coach for? And he was just trying to explain to me, and I just can't fathom what the hell you need a coach on a team for.
What do you need a coach for in any team sport? Why do you have a coach in basketball? Why do you have a coach in football?
This is a video game, Felix.
No. That wasn't my question, though. You asked. It's an e-sport, right?
Okay.
So why do you need a coach in regular sports?
To keep things in line.
Things like what?
To call out plays and to assist the players.
To assist the players how?
By calling the plays, putting them in position to not fail, to make them succeed and stuff like that. I don't know. I ain't Phil Jackson.
I mean, but the players can't do that?
Nah, man. You need some type of order.
What do you mean?
Coaches draw up the game plan. Coaches have, the means of winning. That's their job. They're supposed to call out the plays, and the players are supposed to execute.
Okay, there's your answer. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's in depth as you want it to be, but I mean, there's your answer.
Okay, so right now, Felix, I got an MLG team, right?
Yeah.
You my coach. What are you telling me right now?
Do you need a coach?
Yes.
I mean, that's subjective.
Got a coach, I'm getting a coach.
That's subjective.
But
I know teams that don't have a coach.
Well,
because they feel they don't need one. But if you do have a coach, and to me, imitation is the best form of flattery. And if a team is winning 3 straight events and has a coach, I mean, maybe you might want to at least try it. That's my opinion. It might just take the right person. It's just an extra set of eyes. Someone who's not engaged in the actual fight that kind of sees the overall. You know? And it's someone to help position players. I mean, it's all about positioning. You got to move on a string.
You know, honestly, I didn't have that big of a problem with it, but until I found out you couldn't have a substitute. I don't know why that bothers me so much, that you only can have 4 men, but not a substitute, but you can have a coach. It just bothers. I just understand. It just seems like every sport or e-sport or anything like that, just you always allow at least one substitute guy, just in case something goes wrong. But no, it's 4 and a coach. That's the rules. That's it. And I just don't understand why they just so hardcore on that. Why can't you have a substitute just in case somebody can't make it or something bad happens? You just out of luck if you can't make it. I
agree. I mean, you should be able to have a substitute. I'm not really sure why you can't have one. I was thinking that maybe because you don't want changes at the last minute, but I'm like, as long as the person signed up at the time of the event, I don't see the difference. But I don't know why they don't have a sub. I can understand a coach. Is it a necessity? Like you have to have one? Probably not. I mean, it's just an extra person talking into the mic, but it's also if the person knows what they're doing. I mean, you might be good with an AR. I might be good with a sub. I would
switch that order around, Felix. But
I might be good with I'm good with both, homie.
Yeah, here we go with
that. So it might just be someone who can throw different scenarios at you as far as positioning and setup. I mean, I don't think it's a necessity. But if you say you have a coach, I'm not like, oh, why do you need a coach? The coach gets everyone amped. I mean, the coach gets everyone ready to play. The coach, I mean, hopefully he's tempering his players. Like, hey, let's get it refocused. You know what I mean? Like, no infighting on the microphones, because losing breeds infighting. It's just part of human nature. We start to yell back and forth. We lose focus. One of the other players, everyone can't be an alpha male. So the coach is kind of like, hey, let's just get it back in order. We lost that one. Let's get it back. Let's go. You know what I mean? That's all it is. You need that.
All right. Well, we'll agree to disagree on that, even though.
So if you make it to MLG, when you make it to MLG.
Then I'll make it to MLG. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. You won't have a coach, so.
I mean, I ain't going to take it that far, Phil.
Yeah, there we go.
All right,
so you're just arguing for the sake of arguing.
I'm arguing because it pissed me off. Okay, it pissed me off why I can't have a substitute, but I can have a coach. The whole thing just bothered me to an extent.
So where are you at with your team?
It's just me right now.
But you want to get into it?
Yeah, it's just me.
Public service announcement. Rhythm Spoon will like to get into the MLG realm for our 20 listeners. If any of you are MLG players, hit them up. I don't know where you can find them, even though he says you know where to find me.
You can find me on Twitter. You do know where to find me. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me
on Twitter. You ain't on YouTube anymore.
Dude, I'm everywhere, man. I'm always out there scouting.
Okay. If you say so. So MLG, what else we got? I feel a debate coming on. We gotta have at least one debate in the show.
Oh, I got one for you.
What's that?
Felix, who you think is the best rapper ever?
The best rapper ever. It's just, first of all, this question is subjective. For those who don't know what that means, meaning it's no clear-cut way to define who is the best rapper of all time. So it all depends on what you look for, whether you look for charisma, whether you look for lyrics, whether you look for album sales, popularity. Because the greatest rapper could be somebody we never even heard of.
I doubt it, but go ahead.
Hey, well, what makes a rapper able to put bean with steam and then clean? You see what I'm saying? Anybody can do that. You see what I'm saying? I would have to say Biggie. I mean, that's the answer most people give, or Tupac.
So you saying that's what you riding with, Biggie?
I mean, yeah, I haven't seen anyone who could rap as well as he raps and swag it out the way that he does. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Big did have his swag on 10. I'll give you that. But if I had to pick the number one rapper of all time,
Yeah.
like, I get a lot of crap for it, and I'm still going with Eminem, Slim Shady, man.
How you gonna go with Eminem?
I'm going with Eminem because I don't think most of the songs, nobody as good as telling a story as him.
That's not true.
No, I'm not done. Let me finish. I don't think anybody could beat him in a freestyle. I think he's one of the most creative. I've seen a topic, any rapper rap about as many topics as Eminem. Like, he has so many topics he's hit on doing over the years and making songs that I just think nobody is just on his level.
But you're a fan of Eminem, so to say that no one has covered the range of topics, have you heard everyone's album / mixtape / unreleased songs to know exactly what they've covered?
I'm talking about who's made it in popularity at his level.
So now it's all based on popularity.
So I mean, he's popular because he's good. He wouldn't be popular if he was bad.
So his race has nothing to do with it?
What was that?
His race has nothing to do with it?
We already went through his first album. You know, he's transcended race of how good his skill is. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't think race plays a part in his popularity?
I think if Eminem was black, he'd still be the best rapper right now.
Do you think so?
Yes.
I don't know. Because there are rappers who can rap just as well as he can. The only difference is he's white, and it's probably unexpected.
No,
it was unexpected.
We've been through this first thing. Eminem has
When did we
been
say
getting
that?
respect. I mean, because everybody was like, he Vanilla Ice and all this and making fun of him.
I'm not saying that. He can rap, yeah.
When he first came out.
But
yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Most of when white America gets a hold of something, it becomes popular. I.e., twerking now is the word of the week because Miley Cyrus did it on the VMAs. Twerk videos have been on Vine going on like 4 or 5 years. So why all of a sudden did Oxford just add twerk to the dictionary, first of all? And why is that all the new rave saying, oh, she brought a new dance out? That's not true.
Twerking is...
It's not true at all.
I accept it.
We've been doing that. So what I'm saying is that his popularity got boosted because, here was a white guy who could rap, and then, white males, white females started to ID with him and push his popularity up. Am I saying that that's the only reason why? Of course not. But don't tell me it doesn't play a part in it. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
But that's when he first came out. I kind of thought that was nipped in the bud.
But that's how we get to this point.
No, we don't. I mean, dude, he addressed all that in his first little CD. I mean, he challenged America by saying anything he wanted. Plus, Eminem became a pariah.
We've been doing that for years.
Yeah, but when he came out, I'm talking about all.
We haven't been talking about our moms and stuff like that. Like, no, we don't do that. We don't say, "Mom, I'm cleaning out your closet. You were terrible and effed up." Like, I've never heard anyone do that. I'm sure someone has done that. I've heard it about dads, but not about moms.
I mean, what about Stan and all this other stuff he's done? I mean, Eminem.
Well, how is that saying what he wants to say? I mean, I think, I think Kanye just got ringed around the neck for doing that on his last album, for doing what he wants to do.
Yeah, he should, because Jesus was horrible, though.
No, but that wasn't what you wanted from him, though.
Stuff happening, but a lot of stuff is just not as bad as Jesus.
That wasn't what you wanted from him, but that, from what he says, is him, how he sees music.
They asked Jay-Z what he thought of that CD. He didn't give an answer for it.
He doesn't have to.
Yeah, because he didn't want to.
Okay.
That would have been, he would have hurt Yeezy's feelings.
Again, I'm sure Jay-Z heard the album. I'm sure if him and Kanye are as tight as we think they are, being America, I'm sure he asked him straight up, and if they're cool enough, he told him behind closed doors what he thought of him. Because I don't say it in an interview, that doesn't prove anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure he already told him what he thought. So, okay. You don't like it, okay? You don't like it, but this is me. I can rock out.
When you want to give a guy, like I said, you chose Biggie, right?
Yeah.
And I love Biggie too. He did have a lot of flow, a lot of swag, but Eminem has just done more for rap, dude.
Well, I'm saying, whose fault is it that Biggie couldn't do more for rap?
That's nobody's fault.
Exactly.
But I'm saying, I think it's just his creativity.
What are we basing this on? What are we basing this on?
I'm basing this off of Eminem's achievements and what he did to society. in general, how much he affected other people with rap music. That's why I'm getting this off of.
Well, I mean, I think what he hasn't done more than Pac. So
I mean, I kind
based
of
on your credentials just now, he hasn't done more than Pac.
I think he did do more than Pac.
How? How did he affect? How did he affect? America?
You forgot when Slim Shady came out, how much he affected everybody. How he was like him and Marilyn Manson and all this, and everybody wanted to get him off, his CD and burn everything for freedom of speech. He had the big thing about freedom of speech and how we shouldn't be raising our, you shouldn't have your kids listen to me and raise kids. Huh?
Who?
Eminem. Most of his songs are about that. His first CD is about how I'm not the one raising your kids and I'm just doing this for entertainment. You know?
Okay. But parents have been saying that for years. He didn't say anything that was that shocking. But what did he say? I mean, Brother Lynch Hung, most people don't know about him. He does torture rap. He talks about killing babies and eating them and stuff like that. A lot of people have never heard of him.
What's his name?
Brother Lynch Hung. He does torture rap. There are a lot of groups that do torture rap. I think like MF Doom or something like that. There's a lot of underground people like when I'm reading rap reviews.
Chief music count as torture rap?
Does what music? Chief
Keef. Does his song?
No. When I say torture rap, I mean as far as saying torturous stuff. Like
it's a torture to my ears.
I'm hit you in the face with a red hot poker and then it goes through your brain or something like that. Stuff like that. People have been doing that on the underground scene for forever. So if you're just talking about because it hit mainstream, that's what I was saying earlier. His
mainstream influence on rap. That's why I'm saying Eminem was the best. Not only that, dude, we even got to the lyrics part. Let's be real here. If Biggie, Tupac, and Eminem was in a freestyle battle, you thinking them two will beat Eminem in that?
Yes.
You think they stand in the line, be wise, and you throw out the topic, Eminem's not the one winning.
Yes.
Yes.
You know why? Because when Biggie and Tupac were coming along, they didn't have a lot of MCs that were doing that. Yeah, like Eric B, Big Daddy Kane's of the world, but it wasn't a lot of hood rappers showing street life like that. So for you to walk that path and be one of the people that kind of bring that raw and grittiness to mainstream America, you don't have any examples to go off of. Now, if I come out with an album, I have so many examples to go off of. The pioneers don't get the respect they deserve because they were pioneers and they caught a lot of animosity at the time, and it didn't have the impact that they wanted it to have at that time. So
Eminem wasn't a pioneer?
How?
How?
Go ahead and say it. How was he a pioneer? Say it. Say it. I know how was he a pioneer?
Well, he was the most successful white rapper.
Okay. So there we go. We're back to that.
Since he transcended race into black culture, is less significant. I'm just saying. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying. I'm not diminishing Eminem. I know a lot of people are going to hear this, and once you say the two words "white America," people go nuts. I'm not saying that. He can rap. I think his best verse ever is on Biggie's "Dead Wrong" on the Duel CD. That's my favorite verse from Eminem of all time because he murdered Biggie on that. Again, that was a pre-recorded Biggie track. I'm just saying, bar for bar, if you're talking raps, I mean, I've heard some pretty slick lines. It all depends on what you like. I don't like Eminem's form of rap. Like when I hear him rap, you have to have some kind of wordplay, some kind of smoothness to me. I mean, I've heard him say like jump out of a plane and give midgets high fives and stuff like that. I mean, he's real animated with his raps, but to me, it doesn't flow. He doesn't have the wordplay that I'm looking for. I'm looking for words like I'll pin your dog to the cross backwards like God. Like to me, that's crazy wordplay. You see what I'm saying? And I don't hear that when I hear Eminem rap. Like Andre 3K will murder it like that. And I like to hear that. So, and I think Biggie did that. He told stories from beginning to end. Like his whole CD is just, each song is a story. Like he paints pictures, man. That's crazy.
And Eminem doesn't paint pictures?
No.
Cleaning out my closet?
He's talking about his parents.
The Kim. What about Kim? That whole song about him murder his wife. I
I don't want to hear that.
It's a negative song.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. That's why I'm not really feeling him, because I mean, a lot of his early stuff turned me off from his later stuff.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't really like what he talks about. Like lose yourself in the music and stuff like that is cool. But I mean, all that talking about your moms and your wife and stuff like that, like that's not really just my thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I look for wordplay, man.
I think.
Oh, did he really just flip that like that? Cool. And
I think Eminem does that too, man. I think he does that better than everybody too. His wordplay is.
How many? But why? How come when people say who's the greatest rapper of all time, a lot of people don't say him?
Because everybody's stuck in the past.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
People refuse to accept people become better. I've never been one of the people that accept. For example, like everybody's gonna say Mike is the greatest player of all time forever.
Yeah.
I'm not one of the people that'll say that. If LeBron James ends up getting 6 or 7 rings, I'm gonna say LeBron James is better than Mike because I think he's physically better than Mike. So,
I mean, I think,
I'm not a LeBron James fan. This is an example. Okay, trust me. I don't even think.
No, and I agree with you. If he wins a bunch of rings, he is the greatest.
This whole Tupac and Biggie being the greatest thing just seems one of those stuck in the way. That's the scapegoat.
Because it's just like everything branches from those two. You can't call yourself the greatest if you're doing something that I perfected and you just put another clear coat of paint on it. I
think Eminem has his own unique style. Who talks about what he's
to refine your style? 10 years. I was doing this 10 years ago. Freestyling in a cypher with a beat and just a cappella. I was doing that 10 years ago. So what makes you better than me when I did it before you?
What? I mean, but just because somebody was the first to do it don't mean they're the greatest at it, though.
No, if they was the first to do it and they was amazing at it, then yeah. Yeah.
I mean, people get surpassed all the time. This whole Eminem argument came, honestly, it's my honest opinion, but it's also like, I hate when people get stuck in the role that this guy's the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
You're stuck in the role that he's the greatest.
Eminem's a newer. Eminem is the greatest, okay? But it's not like Eminem, like you said, nobody even says that, okay? And I'm just going off my own personal opinion. I heard Tupac. I love Tupac and Biggie. Love those guys. But when I'm comparing and contrasting lyrically and what they've accomplished, I'm still putting Eminem above them. I don't honestly think.
Though?
If you had a mic right now, you had a competition, and you put them on stage, I do not believe Tupac or Biggie is winning versus Eminem. I just don't think it's happening.
But that's why the whole argument itself is subjective, because you're going to be comparing 1990 rap with 2000. Well, first of all, the 2012, 2013 Eminem ain't seeing Biggie or Pac, not even close. He's barely seeing Jigga. Let's get that out of the way. Right now, he's whack. We're talking about the Marshall Mathers LP, all of that in the middle when he was on his guns. All of that relapse and recovery stuff he's dropping now is terrible.
Recovery was an awesome CD.
Terrible. I Love the Way You Lie. That was terrible.
Recovery was an awesome
CD. You're going to put I Love the Way You Lie with Rihanna against a Tupac or Biggie song and say that song is beaten? One of their top songs?
But he has a lot of other classics, though.
Tell me your favorite song by him that you think is his best song or best verse.
Whew. I like a lot of Eminem songs.
I mean, it's your favorite, though. You got to have one that did you feel he just ripped it?
Well, 8 Mile Road, that whole song.
8 Mile Road.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that's better than any Biggie or Tupac song?
We talking about lyric wise. That's my favorite lyrically song.
Okay, so you're telling me there is not a Biggie or Tupac song lyrically?
Stan's one of my favorite Eminem songs.
Okay, let's go back to lyrics. So you're telling me lyrically that his song that you think is his best song is better than any Biggie or any Tupac verse or any Nas verse song? I'll even throw Jay-Z in there. Any Jay-Z verse song. All four of them. That song is better than any other song that those four guys put out. Lyrically. Because we still got mixed.
I mean, Lose Yourself is better lyrically than that.
So
Lose Yourself is better lyrically than 8 Mile Road. But 8 Mile Road, the flow and the tempo of that song, I think neither Nas, Jay-Z, Tupac, none of them could go at the tempo of lyrics that Eminem could do in 8 Mile Road.
What? I haven't even heard this song. What is so amazing about this song? What is the tempo?
The way he's flowing to the beat and how at what tempo and level of rhyming he keeps through the entire song. I'll get laughing to you into you.
Dog, you're wilding right now.
I'm not wilding, dude.
You're telling me. I want you to say it on air.
Say
so
what?
You're telling me that song lyrically is better than any song by those other 4 guys? Because you're saying he's the greatest. That to you, that's his best song of all of them.
I'm using that song. No, I didn't say it's his best song. His best song is
we're talking lyrically.
Lyrically, his best song?
Yes.
He got so many good ones, man. I'm trying to...
we're not talking good. Again, we're talking the greatest rapper of all time. So good, we're not even trying to see good.
Okay, the greatest rapper of all time. He has a lot...
Because what you're saying, when you say someone is the greatest, means if you stack my resume up against this dude's resume,
yes,
I shit on him.
Yes.
So you're telling me lyrically that song is better than, let's just say, 99% of those other 4 guys' song? That's craziness, and you know that's crazy.
I'm saying... Well, I mean, it's the way how Eminem goes about doing this. The thing is, I'm saying is his creativity level, as in what he can do with words and a pen, is only something he can do. For example, like when I use Stan for example.
Okay.
I don't think Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z, or anybody could do Stan like Eminem could. Nobody could do that song with Eminem.
I'll agree with you on that.
His style... I approve of his style, as in his ability to create songs in the rap game that are catchy and good, like Stan and stuff like that. Only Eminem can do that, which is a unique talent that puts him above these guys. That's what I'm saying.
But any song that anybody does, only they can pull that off the way that that you hear the song.
There's a lot of songs that can be pulled off by anybody. You can insert this MC right here, and the song will be just
no, not a chance. Not a chance. And you know why I feel Biggie is the best?
Okay.
How big of a catalog of CDs does he have?
What, 3, right?
Let's say when he was alive. Because you can't count what he puts out when he's dead. I'm saying that he actually recorded.
What? I don't know. 4?
2. Ready to Die, Life After Death. Now, you mean to tell me...
Wait, didn't 2... Wait.
Well, no. That was it. When he was alive, Ready to Die is his first album on Bad Boy. And then Life After Death, he died after recording that, and the song... That CD came out after he died.
Yeah,
2 albums. So you're telling me that a guy who made 2 albums is in the argument for greatest rapper of all time? You gotta give him that. You have to.
But that's because, Eminem, dude, Marshall Mathers Project and all that shit was really good too, though.
It was really good, but I'm just saying, like, the Biggie albums were groundbreaking, man. It was nobody telling stories and lyric wordplay the way he did it.
I love, dude. You act like I don't like Biggie.
It was I'm just saying, but you're telling me a guy who came after him, after Jay-Z, after Nas.
Yes, I'm telling you,
better than all of these dudes.
But so nobody is ever gonna be better than Biggie and Tupac. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it because
guys at the barbershop who can't never change their mind.
But you have to show me that, though. Rapping about women and Ferraris and Bugattis is not going to do it because they weren't doing that.
Superman. What about Superman when he talk about women like that? What about Superman by Eminem? I can't be your
I can hear the song in my head, but I can't think of it. I can remember the video because he's like falling or something.
Superman for women. That lyrically, Eminem is able to do with rap, which other rappers can't do, and that's just how it is to me. He talks about dumb stuff that if anybody else would talk about, he talk about taking pills and Superman and all this dumb stuff. He talk about and Eminem
who can't do that.
Huh?
Like anybody can do that.
No, they can't. Anybody can't do that. Eminem.
Trinidad James talks about popping mollies all day.
And that song sucks.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
I'm not saying I want Tupac and Biggie to be the best of all time. I'm just saying, if not them, who? Eminem?
Em.
No, I don't think his music was there consistently.
Eminem's first 3 CDs were awesome, and the next 2 sucked. And then Recovery was a
So
good.
how is he the greatest of all time if he can't remain consistent?
He has three classics and 1 really good one and 2 sucking ones.
You know why Jordan was the best of all time? Because he was consistent.
CDs weren't going to suck. How you know?
Who?
How you know Biggie and Tupac CDs weren't going to suck? I mean, how you know?
We don't know.
A CD wonder.
We don't know.
Okay. But you get
we don't know. 9 times out of 10
through all them CDs.
No, 9 times. First of all, the 90s is like the golden age of rap. DMX and all of them was dropping in then. Mace and all of them. So I think on the path, we're just going off the path that they were walking when they passed. I don't see them becoming whack. I see them becoming legends. Like bona fide, untouchable status. Seriously. Both of them. And Tupac he had dropped like 8, 9 albums. But I mean, you take his...
He did drop a lot of CDs.
You take his swag on All Eyes on Me, Ambitions as a Rider, Gangsta Party, no one pulls that off but him. No one. And Ambition, I'm not even really that big of a Tupac fan, but Ambitions as a Rider is so tough. Like I can't deny it. I mean, and so that's what I'm saying as far as swag on a song. Look at Drake. Who could pull off Drake's swag on his songs? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people aren't plug and play, just like insert this person here, because a lot of people can't pull it off.
I like Drake. That's why there's a lot of unique people out there, though.
I don't think no one can pull off Kanye. That's why I mess with him.
Well, I mean, a lot
no
of
one can pull that off.
Pulled off Yeezus. Okay,
no, you can't. No, you can't, because you wouldn't have been that bold to try something different. I can listen to you and tell you that.
Yeah, some cats and hit some some garbage cans and down.
You would have done that
and said it's creative.
You would have stuck with what was comfortable.
Ready for this sound. That's all I just did when I did Yeezus. But
you would have stuck for what's comfortable. He blazed the trail for people to start going a little bit alternative and watch people take that, because ASAP Rocky already did it with Skrillex, Wild for the Night. Infusing dubstep and all that. That's gonna be the new thing. They did that on Watch the Throne. I mean, someone has to do it, and someone has got to take those stones with, oh man, this stuff whack. This is weak. Would
you buy one of those $150 Kanye West white tees?
No.
Yeah.
Well, he ain't doing all that.
Also doing that too. That's also unique. He taking a white tee.
That's a white tee. I mean, that's obvious. Music is music. No one can pull his music off. Plain and simple. You call me a fanboy, call me what you want to. If it was whack, it's whack. And not all his stuff to me is cool.
Yeezus was whack.
But I understand where he's coming from, and that's all. I'm not
good.
He wasn't trying to be college dropout. But Eminem is the best, I think.
CD? Was he trying to make a good CD, or was he just trying to make some shit to change?
He made a minimalistic CD. He even said that. No promotion, no cover, no information, just put it out. Make a CD based on what you feel about music right now and release it. No promo, no nothing. That's what he did. It wasn't no big singles. He wasn't on 106 in Park and all that kind of stuff. It was just a song. I mean, an album he released. It didn't even have album art. It was minimal. And that's what you could tell on the CD. It's minimal. You know what I'm saying? It's not over the top like Magna Carta. You know, Samsung, and I'm in the studio with like 15 different producers, Timbaland, Pharrell, and we rocking. You know, it wasn't like that. So, but Eminem as the greatest rapper of all time is not like blasphemous. It's not like you just saying it's, you know, Trinidad James or somebody like that. It's just your argument, man. Your argument has to be tougher than just his impact on rap. Because, I mean...
Dude, I mentioned a lot of stuff, dude. I mean, I'm going off of lyrics. I'm going off of albums. I'm going off of his impact. I'm going off of like his just raw
albums, dude.
Yes, his albums. His first 3 albums were awesome.
No. The Marshall Mathers LP was awesome. To me, awesome is if I'm not an Eminem fan, I still like the CD. You get people to cross over. Awesome isn't your hardcore fans think it's awesome because they're your hardcore fans. So, yeah. So that's why Yeezus isn't an awesome album. If you're not a genuine Kanye fan, you don't like it.
I'm a Kanye West fan.
You're not a genuine Kanye West fan
I
because
am
you
a
don't
genuine
understand
Kanye
where
West
he was
fan.
coming
I thought
from
that was
with
the
the
worst
music.
thing I ever heard.
But an awesome CD gets everyone to kind of convert over to you and kind of take notice of you. Marshall Mathers LP was that. My Name is a terrible song.
How many times you gonna bring that up for you?
Because that song is terrible. It's terrible. I'm talking to YouTube. I'm talking to Spreaker. I'm talking to iPhone users. I'm talking to Android users. The song is terrible. But you just got to back up your argument a little bit more, man. Impact on rap. He didn't have the greatest impact on rap. He didn't have the greatest album in hip-hop history. He didn't have the greatest lyric. I mean, but that's debatable. The lyrics is debatable.
All right, Fizz, we done with this. We'll continue to another time.
We definitely had to hear you out on that one because you reaching for the stars, man. You in the stratosphere right now.
No, I don't think it's that for Boone. I don't just. Eminem just shits on so many people. I don't even see other people. Okay.
You tried, though. I'll give you that. You tried. I mean, some people out there will agree with you, though. I'm sure we'll get comments on that. I don't even think Eminem could beat Kendrick right now.
Okay. Now who reaching for the stars?
I mean,
come on, dude, please.
I mean, what is Eminem doing that's popping right now?
Kendrick made sure to let Eminem know he wasn't talking to him in that song, though. He made sure that he brought Eminem up as somebody he wasn't talking to.
And I bet you M ain't gonna get involved.
So if he was so cocky, he would have said something, but he damn sure didn't.
Because he doesn't look at Eminem as his generation of rapper. He called out his generation. Big Crit, Pusha T, all of them other dudes. I forgot who else he called. Big Sean.
Drake and shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He called out his people. Y'all old school. Y'all can get out of here. So that's what that was about. But yeah, he ain't messing with Kendrick right now. I said it. You know what I mean?
Hear me out.
Yeah. I'm from New York now, you know what I mean? Like he not.
All right. You know
what I'm saying? Yeah, you wanted to talk about Batman?
Yeah, we can touch on that real quick. Ben Affleck is Batman. How you feel?
I don't care.
I don't care.
You know what I'm saying? Like I saw that on Twitter, and people were going nuts about Batman. First of all, whoever plays Batman, we need to get him some speech lessons because Batman is probably the worst speaker on the face of the planet. I can understand Bane more than I can understand Batman, and that's saying something because Bane has this big ass mask on. But that whole sounding like you got a mouthful of saliva while you talk thing, like nah, that's why. Batman is cool, but I don't know. Maybe it's just been overdone.
I didn't really care for the Batman trilogy, honestly. I mean, I thought the Joker one was pretty good, and I love Bane. I love the villains more than I like the actual Batman. So I thought it was too small.
What do you mean too small?
I just thought he didn't fit my. What's the actor that played him? God, I can't even think his name. I'm getting a brain freeze. Wow, I said it earlier today.
Who was too small? Batman was?
Yeah, I thought I didn't like him.
Diesel?
No, Batman. Then Diesel wasn't Batman.
No. I said he's supposed to be Diesel, like swole.
So. I like the old fashioned like ruggy looking Batman. I can't really explain more of the comic book style.
Yeah.
With the, I didn't like this armor filled, deep voice, cracky Batman. I didn't like it.
I didn't think Batman was supposed to be ripped up.
I thought Batman
Superman
like 6'2", 250. Some dude that just like with a just the old cartoon looking Batman. That's the one I like. I can't explain it. I had to show you a picture.
He was that big?
I think he's big. Yeah, in the comic books, I think he's about 6'1" at least.
Oh, okay.
They say Batman's like in top physical condition. That dude, he didn't look like top physical condition to me. He was kind of small. What is his name?
Bruce Wayne?
Oh my god.
Michael Keaton?
No. No, the guy that played Batman in the past 3 Batmans. I cannot
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale. Jesus.
You didn't say that. You just said I can't think of his name. You never said whose name. I think he was all right.
I didn't like Christian Bale as Batman.
I don't get into it like that.
I didn't like that little small, armored, deep voice Batman. That's why I'm like, I'll give Ben Affleck a try. I mean, he looked more like Bruce Wayne than Christian Bale did to me.
But he failed at Daredevil, so...
Yeah, he's going to probably look like Daredevil if they do Batman without a mask on. He's probably just going to look just like Daredevil. So I don't know what they're doing with him, but we'll see. He is an actor.
I think he plays the Bruce Wayne side well.
Yeah, he looks. That's what I say. He looks like Bruce Wayne, but we'll see how he does as Batman.
I mean, screw Batman. They said the new Avengers comes out 2015.
Oh, that's gonna be good. But if they can't get Robert Downey Jr. back, it's gonna probably suck.
I mean, they have to because Iron Man is like a cornerstone of the Avengers.
They have to get Robert Downey Jr. for this movie to be good. So whatever money he wants, give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much have to. I think he wants money and then he wants royalties off the movie. So, I mean, honestly, he is the cornerstone for the Avengers because he's kind of like the unofficial leader, even though they kind of set Captain America up to be the unofficial leader because he is the first Avenger, quote unquote. It's still Robert Downey Jr. And if anyone comes in to play Iron Man outside of him, it's going to be a major flop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he has them where he wants them because they can't do it without him.
Because I don't know what Tony Stark looks like in the comic books, but Robert to Downey me, Jr. he looks like Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. That man wants to play that role.
So to me, he plays the perfect Iron Man, and yeah, they should just give him whatever he wants. You know, now that I'm thinking about that, you see Wesley Snipes is in the new Expendables movie. Did you see that?
No.
Expendables 3 is supposed to be just over the top crazy. I just had to throw that in there. That wasn't.
I hope Jackie Chan's in it.
He died.
What?
Didn't he die doing stunts over in
No, Jackie Chan ain't dead.
You sure?
Yeah.
We'll have to check those sources after the end of this podcast.
Jackie Chan ain't dead, man.
I thought like I read it he was.
Nah, Jackie Chan ain't dead. Don't mess with me like that.
You sure? When's the last time you saw it? You saw about him?
I think I saw him in a Sunkist commercial or something like a couple of weeks ago. Or something like that. Some type of orange juice.
Maybe I saw something that was wrong.
Yeah, Jackie
they said something happened.
Jackie ain't dead, man. Don't scare me like that, man.
My fault then.
Hit me out. So you ready to wrap this up?
Yeah, man, we can go ahead and do that. Wrap it up, man.
Oh, man, I thought you know, okay. All right, guys, thanks for listening to Hit Me Out Podcast. It's your boy, Reynolds Spoon, Mr. Felix Black, God in human form over here. And we'll catch you guys next week. Peace out.